Is Cantarella about to become the defining support unit of the next era? As version 2.5 looms on the horizon and Prolova's long-awaited debut draws near, it's starting to look like Cantarella's rerun might not just be a second chance. It could be a seismic shift in the meta. We're talking about a character who once felt like a luxury pull, suddenly becoming the cornerstone of a top-tier composition. What changed? Why now? Let's dig into why the spotlight is swinging back her way and what it means for your future pulls. Yo, welcome back to the channel. Kamusta po sa inyong lahat? It's no secret that Cantarella's first outing felt a little premature. She was this glamorous, multi-tool sub-DPS that could do a bit of everything. Heal, slow, coordinate, and amplify, but had no real soulmate in the roster to bring out her full potential. She was the Swiss Army knife nobody knew how to use until now. Enter Phrolova, a character practically engineered in a lab to synergize with Cantarella's kit. Havoc? Check. Resonant skill focus? Check. Needs amplification to pop off? Big check. Cantarella's outro skill is literally the only one that buffs both Havoc damage and Resonant skill damage simultaneously. It's almost like she was waiting in the wings, humming her part of the duet for Phrolova to take the stage. And the value doesn't stop there. Cantarella isn't just a damage booster. She's a healer, an off-field coordinator, and, thanks to her signature weapon, even a pseudo-echo skill enabler. She's a sub-DPS with a day job as a support, or maybe it's the other way around. Regardless, her flexibility gives her lasting value in a game that punishes one-trick kits. The comparison being thrown around is Lupa, and it's actually pretty accurate. Lupa unlocked the full potential of monofusion comps. She made the impossible possible and made Shorekeeper benchable. Cantarella is poised to do the same for Phrolova in Mono Havoc teams. But there's a catch. While Lupa released after Changli and Brant, Cantarella debuted before her star DPS. So while Lupa was a clear reaction to monofusion needs, Cantarella had to wait for her perfect match. And now that match is finally here. Luckily, it didn't take too long. However, is she really just waiting for her perfect main DPS? Because from what I understand, she already has it. Jinshi has been doing a killing with Cantarella by her side. But that's not all, because the unit they say is Cantarella's DPS is more of a high-hitting sub-DPS, who is looking to be played alongside Jinshi and Cantarella herself. So, is Cantarella required for Phrolova to function? In a short answer, no. But is she the best option for pushing Phrolova's potential through the roof? Well, I think it's an absolute yes. You could run any non-Havoc Resonator if you're okay with sacrificing the Havoc amplification. Brant brings healing, shields, and resonant skill support. Shorekeeper can increase her crit rate. You could also slap in anyone who can buff resonant skill or provide sustaining abilities if you're just looking for survivability. But you're not playing Prolova for survivability. You're playing her to deal consistent high-level damage for 24 seconds. There are technically other options too. Encore and even free characters like Taoshi can amplify resonant skill damage, but they come with glaring caveats. No healing, no off-field pressure, and none of the chaos Cantarella brings to a fight. They're budget options. You don't bring a kazoo to a symphony, right? Let's not ignore the elephant in the room either. Most of you already have Verina. She was your day one bestie, and yes, she's still amazing. In fact, she's arguably better than Shorekeeper in some scenarios. So why pull for Cantarella at all? Because she does what Verina doesn't. She buffs Havoc. She buffs her resonant skill. She coordinates. She heals. She slows enemies down and she basically sparkles. She doesn't just support the team, she completes it. And now for the biggest irony of all, Cantarella was seen as skippable in her debut. Her kit was overkill when no one needed her specific brand of chaos. But now, with Prolova's impending arrival, suddenly the stars have aligned. So, should you pull? If you're already eyeing Prolova as your next major investment, then Cantarella isn't just worth considering. She might be essential. She elevates Prolova's damage ceiling, offers long uptime healing, makes Mono Havoc teams finally viable without sacrificing offense, and gives you the ability to repurpose Shorekeeper or Verina to support your second squad. It's not just convenience, it's composition optimization. But what if Prolova isn't your style? What if you're still loyal to your Jinshi Yuanwu duo or maybe riding the fusion wave with Lupa? Then you'll want to evaluate carefully. While Cantarella can flex into several comps, her synergy with Prolova is on another level entirely. She's not just compatible, she's tailor made for that duo. Jinshi is arguably the only other character who taps deeply into Cantarella's kit, especially with her need for constant incandescence regeneration, which Cantarella provides beautifully. Technically, you could plug her into almost any team. But the synergy between Prolova and Jinshi, both gaining from Cantarella, makes the trifecta an absolute powerhouse. If you're chasing big numbers and high energy rotations, this is the dream comp. At the end of the day, Cantarella used to feel like that fancy tool in your toolbox. Cool to have, but not maximized enough. Her kit is powerful, but very few really needs what she has to offer. Prolova is the match she was waiting for. They will pair up so well together that it's gonna be hard to imagine separating them. Cantarella brings damage boosts, decent healing, some crowd control, and extra off-field attacks. Prolova brings the consistent havoc damage both on-field and off-field. Together, they create a smooth, high damage setup. So whether you are going for a mono havoc setup or slot in another DPS unit as a third wheel, this dynamic duo will become a dominant force in the game. And guess what? You won't even have to wait. Cantarella's rerun is gonna be happening in version 2.5, right next to Phrolova. If you're planning to pull, this is your chance to grab both and make your account stronger in one go. Thank you so much for watching. If you find this helpful, please support with a like and subscription. Hit the notification bell to get notified when new videos come out. It's all free and I regularly make content. Maraming salamat po and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.